Scientists say aliens might have lived on the moon. Life might have been carried to the moon on a meteorite, they say. Neam Harris of Your Newswire reports this. The moon may once have been home to aliens. According to the new scientific study, life could have existed on the moon billions of years ago, and then the necessary environmental conditions could have existed there at two different time periods in history. The Independent reports, extraterrestrial life might have made its way to our nearest neighbor, Earth's satellite, after a meteorite blast, scientists suggest, and when it did, the atmosphere might have been far more habitable than it is today, ready to support life if only briefly. That's according to two senior planetary researchers who found that the moon might have had conditions to support simple life forms, some 4 billion years ago. The same conditions might have arrived during a peak of volcanic activity 3.5 billion years ago, claim the researchers. And during that time, the moon was spewing out vast amounts of very hot gases, including water vapor. Those gases might have formed into liquid water on the surface, as well as creating an atmosphere that could keep it there. Quote, if liquid water and a significant atmosphere were present on the early moon for long periods of time, we think the lunar surface would have been at least transiently habitable, end quote, said Dirk Schultz-Makuch, an astrobiologist at Washington State University, who wrote the paper with Ian Crawford, a professor of planetary science and astrobiology at the University of London. The moon is also thought to have been wrapped in a magnetic field that would have kept any life forms who lived there safe from deadly solar winds. The earliest evidence of life on Earth comes from about 3.5 to 3.8 billion years old in the form of cyanobacteria. During that time, the solar system was a violent place, marked by frequent meteorite impacts. It is possible that some life could have been carried up to the moon in the wake of one of those blasts, the researchers suggest. Quote, it looks very much like the moon was habitable at this time, Mr. Schultz-Makuch said, and he added there could have actually been microbes thriving in water pools on the moon until the surface became dry and dead, end quote. The researchers now hope that the speculation will encourage NASA and other space agencies to undertake an aggressive future program of lunar exploration.